If you don't know the story about this, let me do a quick recap. A couple of years ago, I hear from a mate there's some old aeroplanes for sale at Kemble Airfield. So I go down there, I meet an amazing guy called Mark, and I see this thing and I fall in love. I go home, I get planning permission, I go back, I buy the aeroplane, and eventually it lands on top of these shipping containers in Brislington, Bristol. That was exactly 1 year ago to the day. Since then, we have had so much fun with PYTCHAir. It's brought a lot of smiles to a lot of faces, it's inspired people, it's made a few people roll their eyes as well, and it's really given our business a great sense of identity. And now, a year on, I want to show you around what we've done, how we've improved the plane, and talk about how it can maybe add some value to other people's projects in the community in which we live. First up, the lounge. When this plane landed here, it stunk of mold, like an old caravan. We had to bleach down the walls, shampoo the carpet, we got Jay the detailer in to polish the woodwork, and now it is back to 1980s perfection. Loving it. And in here, we often have dinner parties and meetings. Great place to come. This is the kitchen, and when PYTCHAir got here, it was all weird. 110 volt American appliances, 28 volts, 400 hertz, that had to go. So I went and installed a new oven, a new fridge, a new dishwasher, and now I can even cook porridge here for guests. Fantastic. The best bit, the cockpit. Haven't done very much with this all except clean it, but over the last year, there's been lots of time doing this. It's got switches. It makes noises like this. And the other day, I found this button. And then the best one of all, I had to read the flight manuals for this. If you do this, you get an alarm. How cool is that? But sometimes it doesn't work. In time, I want to try and make it do that robotic voice thing where it tells you you're going to crash, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. This is the toilet, and when I first went in here, it had one of those weird, like, caravan toilets where it circulates things, and there was a pipe going up the bottom. Don't want to go there. So, got rid of that, and then got one of these macerating things. Water goes in, waste goes out, and this is even plumbed in to the sewage system of Brislington. Got gold taps too, they've been polished. So looking pretty good in here and everything works. This is the bedroom. And for a plane that only flew for about 4 hours at a time, it's a bit of a mystery why you need a bedroom. Since PYTCHAir's landed, me and the wife have reupholstered the walls of the bedroom, got some new bedding, sorted out the lighting. And it's a really, really good night's sleep here. Except that it's not got very good insulation because aeroplanes don't have very good heat insulation because hot air is being pumped in the whole time from bleed engines. This is the dining room, and we haven't had to do a great deal to it except clean it up. However, there was one issue, and that was that it was a little bit dark. So how do we solve that? Well, we got ourselves this, a beautiful chintzy chandelier. One thing that always grated on me was the lack of artwork on this plane. Then it occurred to me there was that painting that I wasn't ever allowed to have in my house that was hidden away in a shipping container. There it is. I think it's absolutely perfect. It's a height of artistic sophistication, and it works perfectly there. The electrics on PYTCHAir have been fascinating. It's all from the 60s, and some of it I was a bit concerned about from an electrical safety point of view. So I installed a thing called a kill switch. All the electrics on this plane are powered via a contactor and are mostly low voltage. When I leave the plane at the end of the day, I can flick one switch, which completely disconnects all 3 lives and the neutral from the aeroplane, like this. And that is everything off. So no risk of fire and no wasted electricity either. Something that was one of the steepest learning curves and the hardest 3 days of my life was building the Airsteer access control system. What I've got is a unified door entry system, which I unlock with NFC from my phone, and then a switch which controls an elaborate array of contactors and electric winch to lift the stairs up into the aeroplane. Now, to stop that destroying itself, it actually has an interlock stop sensor at the top as well. So when it gets to the top, the winch stops working. I'm really quite proud of that, and it's unbelievably satisfying watching it close and do this. Perfect. The PYTCHAir now has its own address. I'm now standing on what is called Skyline Park, and PYTCHAir is number 2 Skyline Park BS4 5EN. I'm very proud of that, and thank you, Jordan, for arranging it. So what is next for PYTCHAir? Well, this year we have some local artists doing street art on the side of the aircraft fuselage, and I really hope that it's going to become an icon of Bristol's street art scene. On the containers, they're going to get painted as clouds. But most importantly, we want to make PYTCHAir a really useful community resource. We're already making it available to scout groups and school groups who come around a lot. We're doing Bristol Open Doors. And we've also got some parties and club nights booked on the plane as well. If you've got anything you could use PYTCHAir for in your community group or your work, please get in contact. We're generally really keen to support not-for-profits or community organisations. Thanks for watching and see you next year.